What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Survivor 48 finale recap video. And as you can see, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with how that ending came out to be. So like the last few weeks, there wasn't really much to break down. No, I mean, I guess there was some advantages, right? Final five. In the final five, they had to find out this code. Eva ended up finding out the code, ended up winning the challenge, she didn't win the challenge, that the immunity challenge at 5. That was Camilla, who then brought Eva with her on reward. But Eva had the opportunity there to skip part of kind of the obstacle course they were running. Not going to dive too much into that because that's not what we're here for here today. But yeah, so you had them at the reward. They get back, and it's pretty much straight shooting from everybody. They all are like, listen, Mitch, you're a really likable guy. We're scared to sit next to you in Final Tribal. You got to go. You got to go. Mitch is like, he was trying there for a little bit. He's just like, I think somebody else would be easier to beat. And they're all like, Mitch, it's not that you don't have a good game. It's that you're too darn likable. And everybody kind of pitched that same thing for him. Mitch is like, why did it have to be so likable? Mitch, like I've been saying from the get-go, Mitch is one of my favorites on this season. Really, really good guy. Really, really good character. A great follow on Instagram as well if you haven't followed him already. But Midge gets voted out at the final 5. Then we get to the finale challenge, Samotion. Yes, the ball challenge is back, Samotion. Camilla kind of made a joke when she got there. It wasn't really a joke. She was being serious, but it kind of came off as a joke because Jeff kind of probed into it a little bit. Not Jeff Probst. Well, I guess it was Jeff Probst, but Jeff Probst probed into kind of the Camilla self doubt thing that she had coming up, because she was like, why couldn't it have been in a puzzle? Like, I don't have a chance at Samotion. She did pretty well. She did really, really well. She was not the first one eliminated from Samotion. It was once again down to Joe and Kyle. Kyle's been neck and neck with Joe for quite some time in some of these challenges. Just hasn't been able to get the leg up. This was Kyle's time. Kyle delivered. He delivered in Samotion. He won, and Camilla already told him, hey, I can't take you to the end. You're going to have to do fire, and vice versa. So he's like, you know what? She's got to go do fire against Eva. So Eva and Camilla are both practicing fire. And then Eva did have one of her episodes, and you saw Kyle questioning whether or not he should maybe step in, and Joe was asking Eva, like, do you want me to do it? Like, they were offering that out towards Eva, but she wanted to do it. Good thing she did, because she goes on, does fire, beats Camilla, did really, really well in fire. There was a point where she was struggling, and Camilla kind of offered her some encouragement. Camilla really came a long way in this game, if you really think about it, and kind of the story she's been telling about having a lot of this self-doubt and then becoming a more positive and more of a person that people genuinely are like want to be around, right? Because she said that she always like was used to just saying, oh, I can't do this, oh, I'm this, but now she knows she can. She knows people trust in her. She knows people believe in her. Great story from Camilla. Great game played from Camilla. I had some slight hope there in this episode, man. I've been telling you from the get-go. I thought for the longest period of time in these videos, I've been saying Camilla. She's gonna be number one. She's gonna be number one. And they kind of rekindled my hope. And then I saw her drop out of Samotion, and I was like, that is probably it. She has to win fire. And then even if she wins fire, I don't know, going up against Kyle is a good thing for either of them. So Camilla, unfortunately, her time was cut short. But I was a big fan of Camilla this season. Really liked the strategic gameplay. Really, really liked the journey and the growth that we saw out of her this season. So that leads us to a final 3, and wow. The final 3 final tribal was fireworks. We started off with fireworks with Say, at the beginning of the season, and we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish with fireworks at the end of the season as well, because all three final tribe contestants, all three of them, Joe, Eva, and Kyle, they brought their A game. They brought their A game. They were questioned at times. Chrissy was kind of pushing back on them, trying to get them to like, only one of the two of you between Joe and Eva can win. When are you going to start throwing punches at each other? And they both like, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not throwing punches at each other. We're not going to take low blows. It's more. It's either you think she had a better game, I had a better game, or Kyle had a better game. We're not going to throw shots at anybody. We got the big reveal with Kyle, and actually I think this might have been where Eva lost the game. Is when they brought up tell us a move that nobody knew you made, and David kind of pushed back. By the way, David's like frowned the whole time. Complete acting job. He said, knock knock. Well, I'm here. Thankfully, I don't have to frown anymore. Like, congratulations. Like, David was chill about it. We thought he was mad. He's not mad. But David kind of pushed back a little bit when Eva was talking about how strong of a duo they were. And he was like, well, I want to know specifics. Like, what did you do? You could be just lying. What did you do? And she brings up the Shaheen vote. Like, we thought through the Shaheen vote. And Camilla was like, I got you. She looked at Kyle and said, I got you. And that is when Camilla brings up, I just want to hear from Kyle's perspective what happened there. And Kyle relays it just how it was. I talked to Shaheen, and I couldn't tell if Shaheen was telling the truth, so I wanted to take a shot at Shaheen before he took a shot at me. I took the shot at Shaheen. We planted that seed. Me and Camilla have been a really, really tight duo. And I used her as the kind of the figurehead of that she saw the idol, and that went over really well. Shaheen was like Shaheen was loving it. Shaheen was like, that's a good, like, Shaheen was buying it. He's like, that right there is what I want to hear. Shaheen nodding, smiling. He's like, yes, that is what we want to hear. We want to hear big moves. We want to hear what you're doing in the shadows. And Kyle and Camilla performed a great game in the shadows. And everybody's like, well, they were working together. And then Eva said multiple times her and Joe were the best duo to one of the best duos to ever play this game. Kyle pushed back and said, no, I think me and Camilla were, because you were the face duo, the one that everybody saw. They didn't see us. We were behind the scenes. We were getting things going our way. We were making sure one of us could be here, and one of us wound up here. And then they both mentioned, Kyle mentioned that he was a lawyer instead of a teacher. Eva mentioned that she is she's working on her doctorate, I believe. Works with the Army and does a bunch of science stuff with them. She's a grad student, whatever. She does ref for hockey, but she does a lot more than just that. That blew everybody's mind. And Joe's like, I'm just still a dumb fireman. I don't think Joe's a dumb fireman, but that's kind of how I think that's his exact words, though. It was a really good tribal. There was points at the tribal I'm like, well, this is looking really good for Kyle. And then you start to hear some more questions. I was like, Eva's really putting on a really good tribal performance here. And I don't know necessarily. I think Joe was probably the weak one out of the group in this tribal. But I thought he had so much of a lead before the tribal that it was like, well, when these votes get going, it could be interesting. So we get to the votes. The first vote is for Joe. Then we get a vote for Eva. Then we get a vote for Kyle. Then we get another vote for Eva. Another vote for Kyle. Then we get Kyle. And we get Kyle. And Kyle, I was shocked. I was so happy. I was shocked. I mean, Kyle from the beginning, I really liked how even when he failed, he went out and he helped. I believe his name was Kevin in that first challenge. Failed, bounced back up, real helpful guy, really values relationships with people, played for the most part a really honest game, was able to throw a white lie here and there when need be, but really didn't burn any bridges. Kyle, congratulations for winning Survivor, man. Congratulations. Probably not watching this video, but congratulations to Kyle. Show Kyle some love down in the comments. Say congrats or whatever you got to say to him. But this was a really, really good final tribal. Congratulations to Eva for second place. Congratulations for Joe in third place. I thought all three of them did really, really well. I thought it could go either way when the votes started to come up. And we also know next week we will be getting a Survivor 50 announcement. I don't think Kyle will probably be in the running since Kyle obviously just won. But I would like to see Joe again. I would like to see Eva again. I'd probably like to see David again, to be honest with you. I'm a big fan of Camilla. If you could maybe go dig in the pre-merge and go get Justin back. I like Justin. But yeah, we'll see who is one of the representatives from this season. But I'm excited for Survivor 50, man. I'm excited for Survivor 50. Survivor 49 is just around the corner as well. Wow, sorry. But yeah, congratulations to Kyle once again. I'm gonna get on out of here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next season of Survivor 49.